Isn't it my state? And at the time when I went to Cotton College, that was one of the best institutions of Assam at that point of time, and I wanted to be a part of that organization, institution. And Himanta was the general secretary of the college, and so when I went for my admissions, so somebody was saying that the GS gives all the sports entry to the college. And I said, okay, fine, let me see who the GS is. So when I saw it, I found a very cute-faced, plumpy boy. And then I didn't realize, one day he'd be my life partner. So
I wonder if he's watching this.
yeah. And as in the Cotton has got a ritual of stage ragging. One of the popular girls, I shouldn't say they check on who's a good looking girl, who's this and that and all the Cotton College Union Society sits in and they call. And I was like a fresher and I was sitting among the group. Then suddenly the GS calls out, the Riniki Muya Sharma, please come on the stage. I was like, okay. Then I said, okay, fine. I heard that you are a tennis player. I said, yeah, I am. Now start playing tennis. I was with a mekla chadar. I said, how can I play? So you play virtually. So my best friend was made to be a net. I was supposed to, and I was like, my tears were rolling down. I said, one day I will show this GS who he is. and after that, then we just continued, and I used to call him a dada. So, and whenever I used to go, he's a GS, I used to, Himanta da, I used to call him. But then life as it takes, then we fell in love, we had kids, but till today, he never said I love you and I never said I love you too. So that is how, but we still have 2 kids now and we are happily going in a journey, and which is full of ups and downs.
But your mom still doesn't talk to you because you're married to...
Oh, she hates him.
She hates him.
Yeah, because I come from the first liner industrial family of Assam. My father was an industrialist. And at the time, Himanta was a struggling politician. So it was like he was a student, and like a student normally in Assam, like how you come, very simple. He was into studies and he was and my mom was one sophisticated lady. Oh my God, how can she get married to my daughter? So that was the reaction. And then she said that, go and ask him how he's going to feed you. And then I asked him, how are you going to feed me? Then he told me, go and tell your mom that I'll become the chief minister of Assam one day. And I thought that he's trying to impress me, or he's trying to impress what, or has he gone out of his mind? But that was his vision. So today he is. And that is how we started.
Power of conviction. Mrs. Suksenna has been married for 36 years. And, we always see her at every state function. She's always there with Mr. Suksenna. And it's quite amazing because I was just telling her, I said, you're always there with your husband, whereas in my generation, I'm hardly there with my husband. I'm doing my own thing, he's doing his own thing. But so there's something to learn from here. And Mrs. Suksenna has really seen the highs and lows, that come with the political life. So if you could share with our audience a little bit about that, ma'am, the journey and of course the power and the pressure of being the First Lady.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having us here with you. It's a privilege and really an honor to be here. You said I'm always by his side.
Yes, or he's always by your side.
No, I am always by his side. And that's because it gives me a real sense of pride to be there with him. It also gives me a real sense of culture. Isn't it in our culture to be by the side of our husbands, wherever they are? Lows or highs, wherever, we are supposed to be there, and I'm always there. But when I'm not there as in a state program or something like that. I want to just come across to people as a very approachable person, very reachable, not to be asking for any official work to get done through me. But yes, their pains I want to share, I want to give them my compassion. I don't meet them wearing that crown of being the first lady of Delhi. I'm just very genuine with them and very authentic. And our journey together began 36 years ago when he was liaison officer with JK White Cement. And as I was brought up entirely in Surat, that was a big city, as compared to when I got married and went Gotan, where the JK Cement, White Cement plant was there. It was a very small village, and the JKs had just a very small township. But it was all a very nice setup of so many families from various places in the country to come together, and we used to have nice fun, so many festivals to celebrate. The journey of my social work or as being an educator began from there. There were so many children, and there was only just one school that JK had. Today is a very big school. You all have to read about it. It's one of the premium schools in India, a boarding school. But then it was a very small thing. So to collect the children there, to teach them, from being from Gujarat, I taught them Garba. And then we did the Navratri festival. And to teach them, to bring them together and to teach them the value of what they have. There began my journey to bring children to the level that the country today expects from them. To be responsible for the freedom that they have, to be responsible for the environment that they're going to leave behind. So that is how my journey began, from Rajasthan, then to Gujarat, and for the last 10 years in Delhi.
Now to New Delhi. Well, Reniki ji, as wife of the Chief Minister of the state, does that make your job easier to run the 19 businesses that you run? Or are you are you in a tussle with Mr. Sarma, trying to convince him or trying to explain, why is it that you're doing something? Why is it that you're working 12 hours a day or 15 hours a day?
Actually, Sweta, being the wife of a chief minister is itself a very happy moment for me. But the thing is that, the question, or the answer to the question is, it's, first of all, if you have a true politician in your home, and if you have a by-heart entrepreneur in your home, at that point of time, it is two different poles. So and he's a successful politician. And when I come to entrepreneurship, in my journey, so when I meet the big industrialists, for example, when they say that we are doing this, and I keep on wondering how this family has done it in 40 years and they have become this. And how come in 20 years I'm still doing it? It is not that I don't have my head or something like that. I'm succeeding, I'm going, but still I have to be, it is like a Lakshman Rekha that I cannot cross to. Because why? Being a politician's wife, what happens? Immediately you get surrounded, they think us to be a trophy wife, first of all.
Right. Yeah.
And secondly, when they think, okay, fine, today she is successful because she is the wife of
But that is with women, right?
Yes.
The credit of the success is never given to the woman for the work that she does.
Yes.
It's either the husband or the father.
Because just before me, Mrs. Mukhtaj Sinha, she has spoken, we perceive men as they are the karta dhartas of the universe, and women are just to support. Even if they mind a phone, they are not recognized.
That's right. Yes.
And normally when you have got a very big tree over you, the small things takes a trouble in growing. Absolutely. And the struggle, it's becomes very difficult. So in sometimes, okay, fine, being Himanta Biswa Sarma's wife, it is actually very difficult to be an entrepreneur, because everybody thinks, because he's a politician in its sense, he said that, Remy, now since we know that we are all surrounding as the politics goes, and if you see me, like today somebody sees me that, madam, I have seen you in all the news coverage. Instead of being happy, you believe me, I get scared, because I am depicted for all the wrong reasons. Of being a chief minister's wife, how can you become an entrepreneur? In one of the TV interviews, I told, like, mera husband to women empowerment ke liye, he is a champion of the cause. But jab wife karti hai, मेरे को तो जूते का माला पहनना पड़ता है, वो भी हर एक साइज का. Name it, and I have all the sizes in my and that is where the you can say it a beauty, you can say it a irony, you can say it a struggle.
Yes.
That is where it lies. That is what I want to say. Like, it's a moment where you cherish being his wife. Sometimes it's a rope that pulls you back, but that is the struggle and the celebration of being a celebrity's wife. That's what.
I would think that, I would say that he's a celebrity's husband, at least in Guwahati and Assam, because you're quite a celebrity in your own right.
I am, thank you.
Of course, exactly. So this is the humility, right, that women deal with. We're always living with an imposter syndrome, that, right? We're always fighting that self-doubt. Sangeeta ji, what does power mean for you? You know, at the moment, like you said, that you are accessible, you want people to come and approach you, and the fact is also that people might approach you because they want to get something done. So, you know, where do you draw the line, and what does power signify for you?
Power to me is that license which, you know, gives you the authority, the right to be the change that you want to see in the society. Power should never be to impose power. It should always be to empower others. Or power, in my right, I have no power. I'm only talking about power as
So the
general.
session is Fabulous Lives of Powerful
No,
Wives,
I
and she
never-
thinks she has no power.
No, I have no power and I remain very humble as a LG's wife. लेकिन मैं एक चीज को बहुत मानती हूँ कि पावर का कभी नशा नहीं चढ़ना चाहिए, क्योंकि नशा जिस चीज का भी हो बहुत जल्दी उतर जाता है. So a powerful person has to remain humble, approachable, polite, listen to people's voice. दुनिया में बहुत दुख दर्द है, अगर आप भी अपना पावर इम्पोज करने लगे कि तुम कुछ नहीं हो, मैं सब कुछ हूँ, मैं सब जानता हूँ, it doesn't work like that. So